Hello everybody, today's trade recap for January 2nd, and today took one trade in NVDA for around 120% wins, so around $1,000, so really nice day today, right? And I will kind of break down my entry, exit, how I read the market, right, how I took this trade, and all that, and also everything is also alerted in my Discord, right? I'll never condone signal botting, because like how are you gonna learn? Like you'll never actually improve as a trader, but so I just have to do it because I'm trying to grow a business. So like, there are always gonna be people that are gonna fall in the end and take shortcuts. I took shortcuts also at the beginning, but literally called everything right. But and that's just for proof, right? Because people will always doubt. But I've been doing this for so long now that like I don't even know. Anyway, so look, what did I see today, right? Wait for the first time, it's a market open as usual, right? So like QQ and Spot kind of selling off a little bit, right? Kind of in a downtrend, but not nothing too crazy. We're choppy consolidating after this big upside a big upside move, right? Pre-market, we kind of had a gap up, and what was happening while we're kind of chopping around QQ Spy coming down a little bit is Nvidia and AMD were kind of showing relative strength in the semiconductor space, right? It's also the first trading day of the year, so I kept that in the back of my mind. So I'm like, okay, maybe we can have a big move, and so. That's exactly what happened, right? So we kind of saw Nvidia reclaim this pre-market high and previous high level, and perfectly come back, kind of show some upside move, like come down, retest this level, showing that we are maintaining bullish market structure. That's why I kind of had this drawn up here. I drawn up here because this is actually my second take. My mic was turned off, so rookie mistake. I'll keep making it. It's unlucky, but right, we're maintaining bullish market structure. We kind of defended our previous day high. Plus, we're bouncing off VWAP, so but the major thing to keep out here is that we're kind of like showing we're kind of in uptrend while QQ and Spy is at low of day. So if QQ and Spy can bounce, which it did, maybe we can have a nice move up, right? It just kind of makes sense. Like you don't really understand this until you've been trading for so long, right? Think about it. If QQ and Spy, which is like the the indexes, right? That like a combination of all like the top companies, right? Are going down. Well, while Nvidia is going up, that means Nvidia has buyers that are like that has more buyers than the other names, right? That has more stronger buyers than the other names. So if we're at low of day on QQ and Spot, and is Nvidia is bouncing off a key level and already in an uptrend, and if QQ and SPY can bounce off a key level and also reverse by maybe, right? And we're already relative strength on Nvidia. That just makes sense, probable wise, right? That we're going to continue higher if QQ and SPY can also reverse, right? Because we already have bullish price action on Nvidia. So I'm kind of like trying to like make it make sense, but I guess you can only make it make sense if you understand how to trade. So I don't know. Anyway, so right, so I took an entry off this kind of this 191 real reclaim plus this 5 minute high reclaim, right? But the main thing is the context, right? The context that we're low of the QQ and Spy kind of bouncing off this level, right? And we're kind of reclaiming this 191 level with strong price action, strong candle closure. So my stop loss would have been below this aura block, right? Taking this entire aura block, but I just really want to see us top half this aura block hold because I didn't want to see us come back down to Friday. So I just want to see us instantly go out. Because if we did come back down here, like what is this lost? This is like a 20 30% loss, which is a lot, right? And why is it so much? Because I trade out the money contracts and it's also Friday, so you have to keep that in mind. That's why my sizing was so small. That's why when you guys see where is it? I think I have it open. I have it open because my last video, this is my second take, but my last take, I literally didn't have it open, and so my mic was closed. So I literally finished the whole video, took it open, did all this nonsense, and there wasn't even, and like the video was like 15 minutes long. So look, enter right here 843, exit literally like next candle, right? Why? Because we had a high day pop, right? So we want to take scales at this high day pop, right? Because it's Friday, and this pop already look 0.55 because at the main contract 0.76. That's literally a 20% win in one candle, like absolutely insane. And then took scales here, and then got stopped out, right, for my trailers over here. So I can also talk about that, but no, I'm not gonna talk too much. If you guys have questions, just join Discord and just ask me a question in the chat. But look, entered right here, stop loss below 191 key level after we had a strong reclaim, so it makes sense market structure wise and also the context wise. And so the TPs are just after you enter the trade, the context is good. The setups A+, let the trade ride, right? So literally just like a robot at this point. Took scales high day pop, right? Next scale at this huge candle close right here above this hourly high, and next scales at this huge pop right here, and then stop loss below this fair value gap plus key level we close under. Simple as that, right? Because I knew if you close under this area, the momentum would have slowed down slash been choppier, and I do not want to have that as a position on a Friday. Simple as that. So I think that's a good trade recap. Honestly, like 4 minutes, 5 minutes long, but I think that like makes sense. And if you guys have more questions, You can also watch my other videos because like I feel like I give pretty good information, right? Like there's no gatekeeping because trading in the end is just you and the charts, right? Like you make a shit trade, right? You buy, like you could have technically bought like off this like price action order block right here, but the problem is you're buying hoping that the momentum continues and there's no pullback. Whereas if you have some displacement of pullback, then it kind of makes more sense and you kind of can have a manage risk because then you know if it comes back down or choppy, then it doesn't make sense, right? But after you give some more time and you kind of um, can kind of like confirm market structure, then you can have higher probability setups, right? Buying here, what 837? There's not a lot of confluence, right? Because we already had like a strong push right at that candle. But what are we talking about? Okay, I'm done with the video. That's a trade cap for today. And if you guys have any questions, just join Discord down below. Comment and peace.